The story of humanity's oldest rebellion doesn't begin on Earth. It begins in the heavens, long before the flood, long before kings, long before any civilization learned to write its first symbols. The Bible hints at it. Ancient texts expand on it. Mythologies from cultures that never met each other echo the exact same story. They all speak of a single event, the moment divine beings crossed a forbidden boundary and changed mankind forever. The Bible introduces them with one ancient phrase, the sons of God. In Genesis chapter 6, these beings descended in the days before the flood. The scripture doesn't give us their names, only their actions. They saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they took them as wives. This single act shattered the order of creation. Heaven mixed with earth, spirit mixed with flesh. And what was born were giants, the Nephilim, the mighty ones of old. But behind this story lies another layer, one preserved in ancient Jewish tradition, the Book of Enoch, and even the mythologies of civilizations across the world. According to these traditions, these beings were called the Watchers Angels, assigned to observe humanity, but never interfere. Yet something in them changed. They began to desire what they were meant to protect. In Enoch's account, 200 of these watchers descended on Mount Hermon, a place that still stands today, and made a pact to do what heaven had forbidden. They chose to abandon their divine realm and take earthly wives, knowing the punishment that awaited them. But that union was only the beginning, because once the Watchers walked among humans, they began to teach secrets knowledge humanity was never meant to have at that time. One of the Watchers, Azazel, taught mankind how to forge weapons, swords, knives, shields, turning human hands into instruments of death. He revealed metals, alchemy, and even the beautifying of the eyelids, a detail so specific historians still debate it. Other Watchers taught enchantments, astrology, the course of the moon, and the movement of the stars. In other words, they brought technology, magic, cosmetics, and warfare knowledge the early world was not prepared for. Suddenly, the world before the flood transformed. Humanity advanced faster than it should have, and the sons of the Watchers, the Nephilim, were born. These giant beings, according to ancient texts, were violent and destructive. Not simply large humans, but hybrid beings with appetites that were neither human nor angelic. The Bible sums this entire era up in one chilling phrase: the earth was filled with violence. This was a corruption of creation itself. So the judgment came, not just the flood, but a specific punishment for the Watchers. In the book of Enoch, the archangel Raphael is commanded to bind Azazil's hand and foot and cast him into darkness. The Apostle Peter writes that these angels who sinned were chained in gloomy darkness, awaiting judgment. Jude says they did not keep their proper domain, but abandoned their heavenly dwelling. The flood wiped out their influence on the surface, but their echoes remained. The Bible later describes giants in Canaan, giants in the days of David beings described as descendants of the Nephilim. And while the giants may have returned in some form, the Watchers themselves did not. They were bound, imprisoned. But their teachings, weapons, magic, astrology, seduction, war were scattered, not forgotten. Humanity would rediscover these things over thousands of years. But perhaps the most haunting part of this story is its connection to our future. In the New Testament, Jesus says something strange when speaking about the end times. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be again. The days of Noah were the days of the Watchers, the days of hybrid beings, secret knowledge, and the boundaries between realms growing thin. So perhaps the story of the Watchers isn't just history. Perhaps it's a warning, a reminder of a time when angels fell, giants walked the earth, and the world broke apart. And maybe, just maybe, those days are destined to return. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, hit that subscribe button and let me know your thoughts in the comments.